Okay, some stocks on watch for Tuesday. It's pretty dead today, so I'm kind of expecting Tuesday to be better than it was today. A lot of times the weekend, things lose their momentum on a Monday, and then we've got things to build off of on Tuesday from the Monday session. So, and Yoku is an example of that, YOKU. Little 8 day or so, 6 to 8 day base right here, and it's trying to break out of it. If I switch to 60-minute candles, you can kind of see it. So it's trying to break up to the upside here. I want to watch that one for a continuation, see if that can get some follow through. XLS, I don't want to chase this one, but I just noticed it in scanning for stocks this evening, and you kind of have a nice breakout today. Having said that, it came kind of far to get up here, so I'd like to see a morning pullback, to 18 or slightly below, and then maybe a candlestick setup for a long entry tomorrow. So, but XLS is interesting, so we'll keep that one on watch. XGTI, some of the cheapies. I like this one if it gets up over 220. Otherwise, I'm not going to mess with it. I like it over 220. I think you might start knocking down some of these catalysts here. 15-minute candles here. You can kind of see the pattern there, right? So you get up to here over 220. This one might get going. All right, that's that's XGTI. JRJC I want to watch. Got a nice pop today. 15-minute candles here. And you can kind of see a trend line broken. It's not a perfect line, but anyway, you can kind of see it today, and it closed strong. So I want to watch this one for some follow through tomorrow. That's JRJC. XOMA goes on watch after this pop a few days ago. Red day, then today, green day, closed near its highs. That reminds me a little bit of another cheapie that I was actually watching on Friday and made a call, and it just didn't do anything. And then today it went like this, and you can kind of see the similarities there. XOMA. So I want to watch that one for some follow through. Smith & Wesson, I didn't do anything with it today, but it is still, it's kind of meandering right at that support from, about a year ago. Did a kind of a double bottom off this area. Didn't take a trade in it today, didn't get a setup, but I still want to watch it tomorrow. SGOC, back on bounce watch. Had this crazy move from 2 to almost 450, now 3 days down in a row, so that's on bounce watch. VII in that whole police security camera type space. And this one I'm really starting to like. I actually bought some right at the close in my swing trading account at 362. But I just nibbled. I'd like to build a position. This is one of them that has come down now in the buy, what we call the buy zone, between the 8 and the 20 period moving average. In this case, the 8 and the 20-day moving average. So I started to nibble. All right. If you compare that to ISNS, which I also want to watch for a bounce tomorrow, it didn't get down to the 8-day yet. Or DGLY, all in that same space, didn't get down. So VII, it's kind of my favorite as far as potential bounce, and you're coming down to some of the last lows where it found support before. If I pan out here, you can kind of see it's come down to that area. Okay, so you had right in that area there, and we're getting close to that. So that's where I'll start adding more if we get down there. But as far as day trading goes, what I'd like to see is this thing trade in a somewhat narrow range for a couple hours and then give me an upside break. And keep your eyes on that whole space, because that whole space could take off. DGLY, VII, tasers in there, ISNS. So, that's that space. They're coming down enough now that you could get kind of a second move, and I want to watch that. And that is really it. I really wanted some CSUN today. I just couldn't find a decent entry because it's such a thinner stock, but and it had a nice move today. But this one now deserves to be on watch. Going forward, because you've got really nice support that it's coming off of. Okay, you can see the lines I had drawn on there last night, and so I think, as thin as this is, it's just too tough almost to call for a trading room. We've got a couple hundred traders in our room, so when I call something like that, can actually move the stock. But I still want to watch this one maybe on pullbacks, because it's a really low float stock, and it's got a big short position. So this one might have another day or two in it. That's CSUN. But otherwise, this week I kind of feel like is going to be one of those weeks where a lot of what we find in the chat room to trade isn't going to be from the overnight watch list. It's going to be from high volume movers as the day unfolds, and a lot of us scan for those, and then we know how to play them. So I kind of think that's the kind of week we're looking for. But maybe one of these on this list will give us a nice setup. Not in love with it, but I'm confident. Tomorrow we will find plenty of stuff to trade. And I'm going to leave it at that. We will talk to you guys tomorrow night. Have a good night.